Okay, you guys. So I'm going to do a little split screen with both of the difference mode and with the regular screen, just the regular thing. So remember the Venmo where Molly was to meet Liz or vice versa, whichever one it was, at 3:30 a.m. That was a Venmo that was sent. And Venmos document them. They stay in there when you share them publicly, which is what they did, which was really stupid on their part if they were trying to hide. But I want you to see just when a car pulls into the Queen Road parking lot. And then you tell me, do you think this was a frame? From what it looks like to me in all the sorority pictures, Liz owns a white sedan. Whether it's a Elantra, I don't know, but it looks an awful lot like one. There's so many ones that look similar to it. And plus you can't tell what car it is in this anyway. I mean, you can't tell the exact model. How they say they can tell is beyond me. But check this out. This is at 3:27:17 right now. I'm just going to play it through because you're going to hear some guys talking in the background that come up. And one of them, to me, sounds like Saeed. He does. He just really does sound like him. We heard his talking so much on the band field, and it just really just sounds like him. So also remember that the cops, when they were done doing the call on Banfield, they shut their camera off at 3:16. But on the readout of their timeline, when they reported in the times that they, stopped a call, started a call, all that kind of stuff, I think they reported that they stopped the Queen Road or the Taylor Road call at like 3:20, something like 10 or 15 minutes after what they actually stopped it at. Like they stopped at 3:16. It was like 10 minutes more they added on to that. So then after that they go jetting over to Identity Apartments, where they do that other little thing they did where they stopped the guys that were carrying a sign. Well, one of them was the sweater guy that was down at the grub truck. I mean, come on, that's a little bit coincidental, don't you think? And they recorded it at 3:38. Well, they didn't get there at 3:38. That's not what their body cams read. Just like their body cams on, the 911 call that they showed up in the police reports as it being them was at 3:01. Well, their body cams say they got there at 2:53. So how the heck did they get there before the 911 call was called in? How does that happen? It doesn't. That's the answer to that one. It doesn't. They used that 911 call as their alibi for that Banfield thing, is what I think. But get this. So now when you're thinking of it that way, what do you think? Do you think somebody made that call, that 301 call, just to get, that alibi for them? But it was just a little, it was later than it was supposed to be. Maybe that was why the timeline was off or whatever. Because there was something about the timeline, and they were pretty nervous. You could tell that they were like looking at stuff, and this was choreographed. This was orchestrated. Everybody had to do their part, right? They had parts they had to do, just like in the quest, just like in all the things at Sigma Chi, all their little interviews before they go out in their little suppers. There's times for this. They're allotted a certain amount of time. Just like when the pledge is supposed to go out and do the quest. They're supposed to leave without anybody knowing. They're not supposed to tell anybody they left, right? Well, I think there's a reason for that. So that they can blame it on that. Because that's not how it usually works. They drive them to these places. They don't just leave and then magically end up at the place where they were supposed to be. That's not how that works. So they're definitely on a time zone here. And if someone screwed up, that's what's been going on around everything, even the tarot, the astrology, all that, it all says something about the timeline. Like it's like they screwed up with the timeline. Someone was late doing something. Someone screwed up, right? They didn't get there when their little piece of paper told them to get there. I wonder if Grub Truck always gives out certain papers, like if it's the same kind or what. I wonder if they were giving out little time zones or whatever, or they had writing on the back of them, because everybody was really kind of looking at them. Did you notice that? Now that I think about that, what if they had writing on the back of them? instructions, times. I mean, it would have been soup. Remember Joe kept saying, I lost my pin, I lost my pin. Where'd my pin go? Well, what the hell does he need a pin for? Well, I guess he needs to write the order down, but I don't ever see him doing that. It looks like someone else is doing it. Huh, that's interesting. Got me thinking on that one now. My question or whatever I just said got me thinking on my I'm thinking about my own thing now. Okay, so I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play it through past the 3:30 mark and just let you see, and then I'm going to do the other one the same way. Okay, here we go.